Opposition parties claim Parliament should be at the forefront of the revision, but with rival blocs wide apart on major sticking points, it seems unlikely they could quickly and efficiently come up with their own proposals. Kim Min-ju sheds light on the different opinions on the process.
Pressure has been renewed on the National Assembly to produce a draft amendment to the Constitution, with the government on track to submit a version of its own. The ruling Democratic Party of Korea said parliamentary negotiations on the issue need to be sped up and called on the main opposition Liberty Korea Party to stop hindering the discussions.
Parliament has talked enough, going back to January last year. The main opposition party needs to say what it actually wants and not just oppose the government's proposal. Whatever matters they wish to bring up, we're willing to discuss them openly.
The conservative Liberty Korea Party has been strongly critical of the government drafting a constitutional revision, saying it couldn't be further from the people-led process that's been demanded. The party said the government is not only making a mistake, it's missing the point.
The government's proposal will leave a huge blemish on the country's constitutional history. The proposal must be crafted by the National Assembly to put an end to the imperial presidency. We promise to draft the kind of amendment the people want.
The centrist Parliamentary Party also claimed that the government's proposal keeps power centralized in the presidency by allowing a leader to serve up to 8 years, up from the current 5. The party also stressed that the so-called imperial system was the reason millions of Koreans joined in last year's candlelight protests.
The amendment has not been drawn up with the agreement of the National Assembly or the people. There are different opinions within the ruling party, and a government-led revision ignores the demands of the opposition. It's a clear example of imperial-style control.
The minor opposition parties also agreed that the National Assembly should be at the forefront of the amendment process and that revising the Constitution without changing the authoritative presidential system would be meaningless. With the president seeking to hold a referendum in tandem with local elections on June 13th, there's not much time left for rival parties to overcome their differences and craft a proposal. Another hurdle is that the proposal requires at least 2/3 support from the 293-seat parliament, and the main opposition party holds 116 seats, more than enough to block it. Whether the government's proposal will spur the parties to come up with their own version remains to be seen. They've yet to reach a consensus on either when to hold the referendum or how to change the presidential system. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.